Oh, this is cool. So the mercenary mages have like shields they can put up that take X amount of hits.
Oh, they actually have shields now.
Yeah. Oh, that is a mage, I guess.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but it's interesting. They can like try to tank hits. Not,
Give me your soul, woman.
Well, but
I mean, they kind of were playing the tank role, but there wasn't enough of a team there.
Right. I will be happy to get. Wow, what is that?
Did she hit herself?
No.
What the hell?
The Dark Reaver's like putting out.
Is that its
boobles.
passive ability? It just kind of shoots things out? Like
I think it is.
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Because I figure Raziel's going to get all these elements. I'm not sure what Kain's going to get.
I
don't think he's really going to get a lot of elements.
Look how tall she is. I love her.
My kind of woman.
Come on.
I say,
what is that? What is that purple thing? I mean, let's face it. Tall women are just okay, and she teleports. All right.
See, that is peak woman.
I found
peak female.
The god mode mages apparently.
What?
Mages.
Mages.
Give me your soul. Okay, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. God, I hate not being able to go left.
You don't need that direction, do you? That is a very good. That is very much butt.
a butt.
That is a very much OG Xbox butt.
Yeah.
X butt, if you will.
X butt. Gotta love it. Would you just? Ow!
It launched away.
Oh, okay. Now she's normal sized, and she just grew again.
What is happening?
She died.
Dead. I don't understand.
Okay, look. Sometimes it remembers it's an Xbox original game.
Occasionally, it's like, oh yeah, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
It's like when you lie on a job resume.
Yeah.
Go to like, okay, hey, we need to solve this specific thing. We have to, like it.
I'm just picturing Legacy of Kain having a resume.
Yeah, just applying for a job. So, what are your talents here, Mr. Kain?
Oh, well, I can drink the blood of my enemies and collate and facts.
I just imagine a long list of like I can control. I led the greatest army of vampires.
Yes.
Defeated the Hilden.
God, stop.
Thrown one of my own sons into the endless abyss of a void.
Yes.
Just all his accomplishments and like, oh yeah, I can just do like taxes.
Yeah. I can also work in Microsoft Excel.
I can kill the blood of your enemies. We will defeat Apple computers. Those fools!
I've brought you the head of Bill Gates.
Just misunderstanding this. I mean, completely. We just needed you to pick your phone.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Why do you have Bill Gates' head?
Yeah, that'd be epic. Anyway. God, that looks badass.
I like that scene a lot with the glowy eyes. This is the very beginning of the area.
You know, I think it might... Oh, yes, it is, because there's those two things that we have to get through with the Darkness Reaver.
Yeah. Pathetic creature.
You know, they talk an awful lot of smack for guys that don't take that many hits to get taken
You're
down.
talking a lot of shit for someone in Soul Reaver distance.
Yeah.
Or Wraithblade, I guess is what it's called now.
Wraithblade, Soul Reaver, whatever. Well, it's just to distinguish it from the actual Soul
The actual Soul
Reaver.
Reaver, which makes sense.
Which is Kain's. As it should be.
Well, you tell me it's not for Mobius?
No.
That slimy bastard?
God damn it. Okay. And whoop.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the rest of the powers are going to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were talking about that. That's what I interrupted you on last episode, was
because a lot of it felt like, what I remembered in Soul Reaver 2, it felt like a lot of the powers were kind of samey.
Yeah.
It's kind of
there wasn't a lot to pick
things.
from between, like, fire, air, water, or not water, fire, air, darkness, light. Like, you would use darkness to put out stuff. Like the shooties. The shooties were kind of different. Yeah, but like the actual... Yeah, I know what you mean.
Plug thing into keyhole to a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see them giving them all these different abilities and things. Like, you have to use this for your invisibility and junk.
Yeah.
Instead of just, here's a key, and there's the lock, go hit it. Like, the shooties was a little interesting in, like, the minor things, kind of like, Light Reaver being a little brighter.
Yeah, that was cool. That was essentially a flashlight.
The, like, Air Reaver letting you walk faster in the swamp.
Yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, you're right. That was very minor stuff.
Like, that's super minor. And then, like, oh, yeah, the air reaver lets you, like, stop your glide so you can fly up on the wind thing.
Yeah.
That's still lock and key. That's not really... I guess it's hard to describe.
It's pretty crap.
It kind of just doesn't feel as interesting as what potentially I'm seeing so far already with, like,
yeah.
With darkness, like, just proper invisibility.
They made me go all the way into the physical realm.
To get up here,
to get up here, to then go back to the fucking spirit realm. That's after a minute,
love that stuff with Raziel.
There we go.
It's totally not infuriating.
You know what's cool, though? You can go spirit realm to physical realm, back to spirit realm, and you don't lose any health.
That is a very nice change.
Yeah. Ooh. Is that Kain? We're in Kain's mausoleum!
Oh, hell yeah.
Against all odds, I had stumbled into Kain's own mausoleum.
Awesome!
Oh, man.
This seemed an unlikely coincidence.
That is epic. Also, I feel like he should have realized that he was going to be a vampire because his crest is a bat. Or a bat-like thing, anyway.
Like, this is what you're eventually going to become, Kain. That's really cool, because, yeah, that's like the original. That's like Kain when he was still human.
Kain, yeah. Wow.
That's wild to think about.
That's awesome. Kain's family crest?
I need to hear him say it. I need to hear him say Kain's family. Not the crest part, though. You can believe that. Because I remember the characters will actually read out the items you collect.
Yes.
If you pause, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, it is. I like it. Everything about this game.
It's not necessary even in the slightest.
No.
It's just kind of a neat detail that they brought back from the first game.
It is just neat.
Because
there's so much in this that is just neat.
It feels like it's taking the best from all the games.
Yeah. It really does.
Because it's getting like a lot of the personality. I'm kind of like little.
Kain was here.
What do you mean? Any old creature could have done that. I bet a Slua did that.
Wow, that was interesting.
That was odd.
Like I say, sometimes it remembers it's an Xbox game.
Yeah. But yeah, it feels like it's taking a lot of the better aspects from a lot of the games.
Yeah.
Because with how old Blood Omen 1 is, it still had some decent stuff.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, like the various weapons and how cool some of the power sets felt like. Yeah. Like the really transforming into a human and all that crap. That was cool.
And really getting into Kain's personality.
Yes.
Because it's just raw, unfiltered Kain, like that entire game, because he doesn't have like a companion, like the Elder God kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Elder God is definitely like above Raziel in some ways, as far as like he can make it so you don't have spirit portals anymore. Which, by the way, I hate him even more because the fact that he can do the spirit portals means that he could have made life ridiculously easy. All I have to say to you is drown Abby! Fuck you, Elder God!
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost my cool there, everybody.
I don't blame you.
God damn it.
And like these were kind of a neat idea from Soul River 2, like these spirit guys.
Well, they're a threat because like if you're hurt or whatever, you can't eat them for health back.
Yeah. They're just here to do extra damage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like any positive aspects from Blood Omen 2 it took over, and I'm really having trouble.
I'm sure
there's something, I'm just not thinking
Kain
of anything.
Himself.
Kind of the more updated Kain's design.
Not even that, because, I guess it is kind of like Blood Omen 2 because he is in fact shirtless. So I guess there's that.
There we go. That's what we took the good from Blood Omen 2. Shirtless Kain. Let's go. We found positivity.
I genuinely am curious about the Oracle, dude. I want to know her story because she looks like a Hilden, hardcore. And I'm like, okay, did she collaborate with the vampires?
Yeah, it's something. We gotta get the Legacy of Kain books to exist.
No.
No?
Games and only games.
I mean, you don't want book series like every other video game? Popular video game series is doing nowadays?
Yes, because that would mean that the series was popular enough that it had...
But it seems very annoying to have to go to the book for lore.
Yes. On the other hand, I would. I absolutely would.
I mean, yeah.
Even if it was a bad book. I didn't mean to do that. Even if it was a bad book. It's about this, so I'd have to look into it.
Because I think it was like one of my friends was wanting me to play one of the Final Fantasy games. I can't remember. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta watch this movie and this book to understand the plot. I'm just like, if I gotta read if I gotta do any of this extra outside research to understand your plot, it's a bad plot.
Yeah, it's kind of, it should be...
At least enjoyable on its own.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like if I have to do this other research to get any enjoyment out of your plot or your story, it's a bad story.
Yeah, kind of...
Which I feel like some people might have a contestant with that.
Ah!
Because like, oh yeah, it's made for the fans and all that stuff. It's like, okay, but they still need to be able to grab other people to get more fans.
Well, and that's the thing is I would say, no. If you mean it genuinely just for the fans, cool. Then absolutely you should know the books, right? But I do see that, like, you gotta make it so that other people can understand it if you're trying to reach a mass market.
Yeah.
Which... my thing is I feel like Hollywood goes too far.
Yeah, it goes really hard on that, trying to get the mass market.
Yeah. Plus, making the characters different than they are in the original media just annoys the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Gee.
It's not like actually trying to be like a different take. It's just saying, nope, it's just the same character. We just change things for just whatever.
Hint, hint. Use TK to shatter objects. Hint, hint.
What? We can use telekinesis. Apparently not. We can't use telekinesis to shatter objects.
Angry. Okay. Nice.
I like it.
Also, I like that the light had like is like built up.
Yeah, it was just the cache of light.
Yeah. Also, 1 point for cash.
I actually got a point.
Yes.
What?
For
I'm not used
correct
to getting
use
points.
of the word cash. Because it don't mean money, baby. I think this will be the first time you ever get the more you know.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da, the more you know. I'm not
I
used
like
to,
how you still go to the you failed music.
I'm not used to getting points.
Oh, wait. Oh, crap. I put
Faceted orb.
Oh, you put the Kain crest
Kain's
away. Oh, well.
crest away. Damn it.
That's fine. We have plenty of audio of Raziel saying Kain.
I wanted to hear the rage in his voice.
Yeah, it's
if
true.
it's still there. I'm not sure what his opinion on Kain is right now. He's more focused on finding out what the fuck with himself.
Yeah, this is a journey of self-improvement right
Again,
now.
I experienced that odd sense of displacement as I was transported to the vampire ruin once more. But this chamber was different than the first.
I could have seen that coming.
Well, that would be because it's a different building?
In their defeat, the vampire's enemy retaliated with a terrible curse, afflicting the vampires with a bloodthirst that turned their once noble race into ravenous predators. This curse plunged the vampires into despair and apparently drove many to madness and self-annihilation. What was it that so devastated them that they were driven to suicide?
I have an idea.
The constant hunger. Totally.
You go from being this angelic creature to like blood
Demon. Which is interesting to think about because like most of the time like when you're the vampire you just automatically have that bloodthirst.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to think like no, the vampires originally didn't have that. They were just
I feel like that's a
kind of
really interesting way to do it.
Yeah. Which is
'Cause
very,
it- yeah.
I like it because like I said, it's very much playing with the tropes. It's still the same
Yes.
thing. Like, yeah, the blood-sucking vampire, but it's like, okay, why are they sucking blood? Let's ask why specifically.
Yes.
Which is very. Which
I
is
do
just-
like when series sort of try to explain that stuff,
Yeah.
honestly.
like it when series ask why and explain.
Yes, because you'll notice one thing about Twilight, you never found out why the vampires were the way they... Why were they twinkly little vampies? Right? Like, why that rather than sun? And why did they need blood? And why could they survive without blood?
He's like all this stuff.
Like,
it
because
just
that
kinda
was a
yada
thing.
yada.
Yeah, that was a thing, is you stop drinking blood, I think your eye color changes, and then you're fine after a while. So it was
Which makes it
weird.
feel like a temporary condition.
Yeah. So you get all the benefits of being a vampire.
Without any of the
Vampire
drawbacks.
baseball, which is the only good part of that series. Fight me.
Wait, vampire baseball?
Yeah, there's a... Okay, I don't want to admit this, but I will. I read the Twilight books. All of them.
I mean, that's not the worst thing to admit.
It's
not good, but
Yeah, I'm not proud of it. But, so, okay, so...
you've read them out of anger, clearly. But yeah,
I didn't. I think I was trying to hook up with some chick and there was a favorite series.
that explains
I
it.
don't know.
There you go. That's good enough reason, actually. that is acceptable.
The best
Right, audience?
reason to do anything. Vagina!
Yeah. I mean, listen, we all do questionable things in the heat of passion.
You're not wrong. But anyway,
Like
there's
reading
this
Twilight.
really I think it's book 2, or maybe it's book 1. It might actually be book 1. There's this awesome scene where they actually there's 2 good things about the Twilight Saga.
Ooh.
The first one is they literally play a baseball game with full up vampiric powers.
Ooh.
And they can only play baseball during thunderstorms because they break the sound barrier with the ball.
Oh my god.
It's so cool.
That's actually cool.
And it was actually really neat in the movies, too. Like, that scene was awesome. And then me personally, I laughed my ass off at the Bella and Edward sex scene. Just because it was like, he hasn't had sex in 100 years?
Yeah.
And then they hook up, and they're
I had succeeded. The Reaver was forged with the power of light, and now my way was clear.
I
I
don't
would
want to clear
seek out
part.
Ariel
Yeah.
with the pillars and
Oh,
see
cool.
if
We
she
get to go
could
interact with
enlighten
Ariel
me.
again.
Oh yeah, Ariel's still here.
I like how he thinks he's going to get the truth out of her.
Yep. Hi, buddy. Hey, pal.
Nope. Anyway, the second one is in like the last book, there's this huge climactic battle with the Vampire Council. And they like a bunch of characters die and like people get their heads ripped off and the werewolves come in on the side of the good guy vampires and this is a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it all turns out to be a dream.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was lame.
Oh, you can't do that.
She did it.
It's such a cop-out ending.
Basically what it is excuse me, one of the vampires has prophetic powers. And so the vampire count, because what happens? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember this fucking insipid plot.
I don't. I can't blame you for forgetting the plot of Twilight.
Yeah. Okay. In one of the books, Edward's gonna kill himself by showing himself to a bunch of humans. And it's really funny because he thinks they're gonna freak out and think he's a vampire. But it's like, what would you do if you saw someone as gorgeous as Robert Pattinson, because I can admit he is a gorgeous man, essentially naked, shining and glittering in the sun? My first thought is not vampire.
Yeah.
My first thought is like, oh, it's an angel.
It's his angel. Take a picture. Look how hot.
Either that or it's a gift of man meat from the gods.
The gift of man.
But anyway, so he's going to kill himself.
They're all going to start fighting over each other.
Yeah.
Take him home.
He almost steps out into the light. They manage to stop him, but the Vampire Council is like, okay, well, we're going to fuck you up because of reasons. So then the Vampire Council basically tells the good vampires, okay, we're going to rumble next Wednesday. And so then, like...
Yeah, it's outside the Waffle House parking lot.
Yeah. So they all... Fuck me. They all meet up, and then... I can't believe I'm actually explaining the plot of Twilight.
I was going to say, this is the episode... This is the weirdest episode I think
It's pretty strange. This is probably
plot
the
of Twilight
weirdest,
episode?
and we have talked about butt plugs. So, like...
Double danger dildo, anyone?
Double dipping danger dildo. Yes. Or double dipping danger diver. Yeah. So anyway, where was I? Twilight. Right. Stupid, insipid plot. Okay, good. So, the Vampire Council is like, we're gonna fuck you up next week. And then the good guy vampires are like, werewolves who actively hate vampires, will you help us out? Because we're not that bad because we don't drink blood. And the werewolves are like, I guess. And then they all get together because partially it's because Jacob, the werewolf guy, is super into Bella, even though he never hooked up with her or anything, and then like she totally was obsessed with Edward and went with Edward to be a fucking vampire chick. He's still like, yeah, let me help you out. Then
Almost smash.
oh, by the way, Edward breaks Bella's pelvis while they're fucking.
Of course.
Because she's human, and he hasn't had sex in a bajillion.
Bajillion.
Yes. okay, so then Vampire Council, blah, 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 werewolves, and then they show up, and there's this kick-ass fight scene where, like, so many of the council die, and, like, main characters die, and you're like, oh, shit.
Main characters are dying?
Yeah, man, it's like the end of the fucking story. And then it turns out it's one of the vampires has the power of prophecy. So she just saw a vision of what would happen when they fought. And basically what ends up happening is everyone from the council dies everyone dies, basically, except for, I think, Bella and Edward or some bullshit like that.
Of course. Can't separate your lovers.
Yeah, so there was that. And then, in what was obviously an effort to give Jacob a happy ending, Bella and Edward have a kid, and as soon as Jacob sees their baby daughter, he's like,
I'm concerned.
I'm in love now. We're going to be together when she grows up.
That's a very concerning sentence.
Yeah. And he's going to guard her while she's a baby and stuff, and then they're going to be hooked up when she becomes
I don't think that's a good ending.
I cannot justify it.
That sounds like, okay, it's like we need to yada yada. Fuck, couldn't you have just invented a random werewolf girl? Like a girl into werewolf? Just some chuckle fucking?
Or maybe he falls for, I don't know, an adult female vampire.
Yeah, or something like that. Nah, a fucking
Actually, now
child.
to depart the cemetery. I only needed to find the gate that would send me on my way.
All right. So yeah, there's that. Plus, I feel like that would have been a cool way to have the vampires and the vampire council like chill the fuck out. Would be they're all getting set to fight, and Jacob sees, I don't know, some interesting character from the council, and it's like love at first sight.
Yeah.
Right? It's slightly less rapey if they're both adults.
Yeah, a little bit.
Slightly.
A little bit. Rapey,
So,
groomy, all that.
There you go. There's a fucking story of Twilight. You're welcome.
I've never watched the Twilight movies. I don't plan to. The only thing I remembered was watching the CinemaSins of it.
Yeah.
And I remember the one sin of there's no one driving this logging truck being the funniest thing to me when I was very tired.
Yes.
That's like all
Yeah, that
I
was
remember
back
from
when they
Twilight.
would point out actual continuity errors
continuity things
instead of
just
bullshit.
being assholes. But yeah, like
Instead
that's all I know
of,
about
characters
Twilight.
acting like a character. How dare they?
That's all I really know about Twilight.
Yeah.
Besides, like, it was the biggest thing when I was like in middle school and high school.
Dude, it exploded.
I used to remember in middle school it was like, oh, Team Edward, Team Jacob. Like, who?
I heard a theory about that. If you're interested.
You know what? This is the Twilight episode, anyways. Let's keep it going. Woo! Sparkly vampires.
Okay, so men here. This is a theory. I'm not espousing this as something I believe or disbelieve. I'm
It's
just
what
saying
you've
what
read
I
on the
heard.
internet.
No, it's what I heard. Supposedly, men are very visual with their pornography,
Okay.
right? Like,
I believe it.
yeah, just purely sex, not relationship, anything like that. Just purely porn. Men are very visual. Women too, but to a lesser degree. But apparently, women pornography is much more romance novels. Like that.
Yeah,
that's
I believe
their
it.
porn.
I would believe it, actually. That would,
Which, yes,
here.
some of the fucking books that my mom reads that I know about, I'm just like, why would I don't want to know that you're listening to this?
I don't need to know about this in my life.
But that's why books like Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey were so huge,
Yeah.
because that's porn for women, apparently.
Supposedly.
So that's, yeah. Oh,
And now we
God,
show it for
I love that it does this.
Let us know.
I mean,
where
I already
that's
knew where to
objectives.
go, but like,
It's a nice refresher.
it's super helpful because we're fucking idiots.
We're idiots. We're talking about Twilight and shit.
We're getting dumber by the second.
Actively, I need to send the editor the picture from Paper Mario, the original, because there's like a smart toad that he loses his like book, and it just has an all like big capital text. I'm losing IQ points. Like, it's so funny looking.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, that's the theory, is that's why books like that are so successful, even though, I mean, you can't. It blinds them.
Ooh,
That's kind of dope.
getting more.
It actually
things.
stuns them. Wow.
So what's the power?
It's
like,
flashbang, the sword.
You gotta love it. Just
Yeah.
like you just stare at the sun for too long.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's so cool.
So imagining Raziel just like, look at it! Look at it! Just holding them with like their
Edward
head.
Cullen in sword form.
Yeah.
Anyway, do the fucking
I think
power.
there we go.
Oh, it just stuns everybody.
That's cool, but not as nearly as exciting.
Well, the Light Reaver has never been the most attacky sword.
That's true, yeah. It's been mostly utility.
Yeah. Which is definitely what it is here, too. Where are you? There you are. I want you.
Because I'm curious, like, yeah, because the darkness had its invisibility for its stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what, like, we're going to actually have to use the Light Reaver for. Is it just going to be key?
Oh, I think it's just a key, honestly.
Lame.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Well, I mean, they did Dark Reaver. Calm the fuck down.
No! I'm sad! My boy Raziel!
Fair enough.
I actually can't even say my boy. Fucking every time I see this character, it's just disappointing.
Every time you see him, you tense up expecting the fucking cliffhanger.
Yes! Every time!
Anyway, but that's supposedly why books like
that
that
did so
blew
well.
up, because okay, so you know how like there's fantasies in porn,
Yeah.
like that's kind of the whole
That's the point.
of porn. It's fantasy. Well, apparently the fantasy is like the bad boy that
Yeah.
the woman, like he borderline, or not even borderline, abuses the woman, and then she changes him through her love.
Yeah.
I think
I could fix him.
I think the dude I was watching was talking about like their porn's more emotional porn than it is
like, physical.
physical. I mean, that's an element of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
It's definitely, I definitely am getting it. It definitely seems interesting enough.
Yeah.
Light the torch.
Indeed.
At
Turn off
last,
the
the
torch.
gate yielded to the powers of light and darkness with which the Reaver had been forged. The way to the pillars was open.
Oh, Ariel!
And cut back to Kain.
Game ends cliffhanger.
I was joking about the cut back to Kain part, damn it.
I like the way they did this.
That's a very neat animation. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. It's key.
As I remember, Kain had abilities from Blood Omen 1.
Interesting. So he's gonna meet Ariel the Ghost. God, he feels so much stronger. Like he genuinely
I think he just has levels above. Actually, no, they both had even
No,
levels.
just the way he moves and like, oh god, he just. So,
I mean, I guess it makes some sense. Like Raziel's going to be using more of like the Reaver abilities to help fight him.
I don't know, man. He feels stronger than Raziel.
Well,
Like he's
obviously.
like more health. He can tank hits better. He's like, his hits seem
I
to
think it's just
do
because we
more.
found more things with Kain than Raziel for now, though, for health.
Raziel had the friggin' dark and light reavers.
I'm thinking like health extensions, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you're probably right about
But
that.
also, to be fair though, Raziel also lose health permanently in the physical world now, I think.
No, he does. They both do.
Yeah, which is lame.
Yeah. Well, with Raziel at least.
Now
Again, actually, with both characters, it actually makes sense.
now it makes a little more sense.
Because he's not, like, authorized by the Elder God
Yeah,
to be out of his cage.
because Elder God has that power.
Well, apparently he does. Unless Raziel can find a corpse. There's something about that. I don't know what it is. What?
What are we shooting?
Oh, that's right. I've been imbued with fire.
Oh yeah, you have firepower. I forgot about that. You have
Yeah.
Fire Reaver.
What?
I actually completely forgot you have that. You have that power.
What? What? I mean, that's an obvious door. Obvious door is obvious.
What do you mean? I thought. That
Anyway,
I thought that was. I have nothing. I'm sorry. I've disappointed the audience. I'm sorry.
a lazy commenter? You're right.
I mean, yeah. Have you met me?
I have met you.
I'm very lazy about this nonsense. No.
Nom. No, I was going to say something and I completely...
Throw him in the wall.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How strange to see this place long before my birth. Centuries before the corruption set in.
Oh, he
that
will
would
not be
poison
eating
the
Ariel, never
land
mind.
Yeah.
and put me on
thought he
the
would.
treacherous path I still followed. In the future, these edifices would be condemned to
All right, fine,
darkness
1
and
point,
decay.
fucking
I would
smooth-toned
cause
bastard.
their fall and build my
just got such a way with
empire
words.
upon
He
their
does.
ruins. Was it still possible that with the right knowledge, the right moves, I might one day see Nosgoth restored, the pillars pure once more?
I'm going to go with yes.
My answer, according to Mobius, lay somewhere to the west of this place.
Why are we listening to Mobius?
I could restore
Seriously.
the world, perhaps, but never again could I give Nosgoth back her innocence.
You never get that
This
back.
is where I like this a lot because I always liked Badass Kain. I really like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you get to see why he was chosen as the Balance Guardian. Like, why,
he was that.
like, yeah, like, he actually, despite, like, to some degree, his arrogance and viciousness are a product of the world he's in.
Yeah.
Because, like, what has he had? Right? He had all of the Guardian Pillars, or Guardian Pillars, all of the Guardians went insane. He had to kill them all. Ariel, who he thought was helping him, was absolutely not. Mortanius, who appeared to be trying to help him, was absolutely not. Right? And it's like, and then if you count in Blood Omen, well, yeah, if you count in Blood Omen 2, again, they're like, hey, we're going to help you out and, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, do the thing. And then, like,
They think they're
first of all, Vordor and his relationship is not cool, like you can tell. And then second of all, Uma just straight up betrays him for no good reason.
because you're going to betray us later.
The only good person in that was fucking Janos, and we all know what happened with him.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
He was like, yeah, because everyone like, man, Kain just doesn't have any friends. No one likes Kain.
Well, that's the
they just
thing,
assume
is
he's gonna
like
just
they
betray him.
should. Like he gets a bad rap. He seems like he's just like selfish, dictatorial, like only out for himself, blah blah blah. But then like you get his interior stuff, and he's like, how can I? Like he's bemoaning the fate of Nosgoth because he loves her.
I love my Nosgoth.
Yes,
I
and
love
I just
my
think that's
Nos.
awesome that you can have a character that layered.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
How do I get? Can I get up there?
Can you high jump?
Because it's got an obvious like, hey, go to the spirit realm.
Oh, you can just shoot jump. Never mind. Kane's gonna have elements as well. Interesting. What?
That looked awesome. I
Oh,
don't
it's
know
cool.
what it
What
was.
was it gonna do?
Anyway, there's an obvious spirit realm thing there, so we know Raziel's gonna come
This
through
seems
here.
like it's more up Raziel's alley.
Yeah, I don't know. God damn it.
When's the hint in the game? Kane's just gonna say, "This seems like something Volrazio." Just completely break the whole story. Just completely.
That
Like,
would be pretty funny.
no, it wouldn't.
Also, I love that. You've spent all this time with Raziel, like, God damn it, I gotta find a thing and do the thing.
Yeah, Kain
And
just
Kane's
goes,
just like,
because I have abilities.
because I'm awesome.
Bring back werewolf Kain. Damn it!
I mean, that would be dope as fuck.
It doesn't have any purpose, but it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I really like the way that she did Kain, and with that, we'll see you next time.
Bye.